All right, so we're gonna give these a hard look over. So this is the Sequence by Thor. Direct competitor to Winnebago.
They're going to relate to something that they understand.
So this one's on a Ram ProMaster. They do have the automotive glass with the window here that's been cut in. But this is not the Winnebago approach, so that certainly is different. These are familiar, right? Electric, Truma, water, sewer, Sandy Flush, Sequence. Hop inside.
Yeah.
Jump inside, guys.
That's why I don't like the body.
So very familiar up front. This is, oh, here we got some pricing finally. Golly. So this is a 2020. It is retailing for $93,125. It's got a list of standard equipment here. Kind of a different floor plan, which I'm all about exploring floor plans. So this obviously is a bed, no permanent dinette. The table would go here. It does feel open like a K floor plan, but not the 4 rooms, I would say. Galley, big storage bin. I was expecting a drawer. Whoa, I was expecting a drawer there too. Storage bin. They must have lots of stuff behind that. TV. This is one of the Thor claims to fame, which is the touchscreen. Not working. Fan. This is a Coleman. I'm not sure which model. I don't see the 2 vents here and the digital buttons, so I'm not sure if this is the NDQ Coleman or not. I'm guessing not. Might be on the specs. Here's the fridge. That thing is huge. The fridge is, but the freezer is pretty tiny. I mean, you can sort of get some stuff in there. Not bad, actually, but really cavernous fridge. Almost too big. So drawers. Nice. Nice. I would say not positive locking, as the cabinets are not positive locking. So that's kind of a weird omission. And it's got this gloss, which some like. I don't. Personal taste. But yeah, definitely not positive locking. Residential faucet. Love that. Pretty big sink. That's cool. Corian. Lots of counter space. Dometic, this looks like propane, so that is good. Convection microwave, that is good. So you can kind of bake in there, right? Bathroom. Mirror. This is the fold-down sink. Some people love these, some people hate them. It's got a real faucet, though. That's kind of cool. Although it's super loose. Look at that. And it's kind of interesting. You fill it up because there's no drain, right? So how do you empty it? Drain spout, and it dumps into the little thing there. Not a big fan of that, I don't think. Oops. What happens if you do that? That's, yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of that. Much prefer my full-time sink. Shower. Medicine chest. Yep, that's nice. And then your closet wardrobe. So what do you think? I do like the lighter wood color. To me, it feels like a family room with a kitchenette. That's what it feels like to me. In the bathroom, you know, this would just prevent me from opening up my rear doors, I do believe. And you have to use your shower curtain because you would get your cabinet wet. And you're stepping in a shower pan. So yeah, really have to use your shower curtain here. Now here's something that they're promoting as a cool feature. I don't know, what do you think? Dog cat dish, water food. Clever. And then this pulls down. This goes up, looks like that. And this pops out. So that's not too bad. If you're sitting here, it's not long enough to really use, so you got to sit in this seat to use that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Windows, got the blind system. These open, slide. Oh, there's your bug screen. That's kind of interesting. I don't get how that works. Well, it somehow slides. So all that big window and only this opens. I think I prefer the awning style. So what do you guys think? This is competing directly with the Trovato. Interesting floor plan. At least they're trying something different, right? It's kind of a blend of a G and a K, I would say. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? I just don't like having a not a dedicated table. I know. Give me your comments. Okay, we just looked at this one, right? So look at this. This is the L. They sort of went with the K and the L's, right? Kind of interesting. So this is the Trovato K floor plan. You will recognize this instantly because it looks and feels just like a K floor plan. Beds, you have to put your table up, bathroom in the back, barely similar to what we just saw. Is definitely open. So if you want a single room feel, this is the way to go. My purposes just isn't going to work, but maybe for yours. Look at this Nova Cool fridge. You have to get on your hands and knees to get, well, at least bend way down to get something out of the fridge. This freezer is, yeah, you can get a few ice cubes in there, but boy, that's pretty small. Oops. Metal though, that's interesting. Convection microwave, that's always great, right? Wish I had that. But yeah, this is just a mimic of the K. This is going for $91,878. It's got some options here, so that's the base. Options are 24 grand, so the total on this one is 118,000. It does have a wine guard on top, which is interesting. You see that? So it's 25 grand for what I would say would be a Volta competitor. Let's go look at what that looks like from a benefit standpoint. So this is by Master Volt, reliable battery, Y lithium. You sort of know about those. So like Volta, big battery pack, generator, solar, inverter. So Master Volt, interesting. If you like the K floor plan, this is something for you to consider for sure. So this pops out. Like that, but for this to be functional, you got to spin this seat around. So if you got stuff in the seat, you may have to move that. And again, to use this, you got to spin that around. It does have an outlet down here, which is great, and a USB, which is pretty cool. So this is kind of interesting. So here's the cutting of the plywood stuff, but there's not a trim around it, so you can see the jagged edge, which is not great finish work in my opinion. Why is that thing sharp? Holy cow. That will cut your foot if you drag it across. Wow. That is like a serrated knife. Whoa, that is super, super sharp and dangerous. So here's something else that I find interesting. I am sitting comfortably on the cushion here, the bed cushion, and my feet do not touch the floor. So if I'm sitting here for long periods of time, that is not going to be comfortable. I would actually have to get something to put my feet on, because when you're seated and your feet don't touch the floor, is that comfortable or uncomfortable for you? So again, it's all about floor plan, how you plan to use it. So on the sequence, a couple things to point out that are kind of neat. Senti-flush, again, all on one side. That's cool. It's got a light here. My Winnebago's up there. This is maybe a slightly less useful because it will illuminate less area. Nonetheless, what I wanted to show you is this. So here's the drain on this side. That's where you hook your sewer hose up. But where are the valves? The valves are over here. Right there. And why this is weird is, at least to me, is I hook my hose here, and because I'm using the hose that comes with the rig, it's 10 feet fully extended, but probably functional is maybe 5 feet. So I connect it here, and I run the hose to the sewer, and I hold, the hose that's in the hole, but I'm holding it here, and I'm able to hold and pull the lever here. In this situation, you can't do that. You can't hold the hose and pull the levers because the levers are on this side, which means I would have to probably not be able to use the sewer hose that comes with the system, because you would need a collar. To hold the hose in place. I don't even like that going up like that, because you're having to fight the flap. Mine opens this way, so you open it and you're not fighting the flap. This, you're fighting the flap as you're trying to get your sewer hose into the thing, because you kind of feed it in like that. So that's not cool in my book. So it just goes to show you this really need to do your thinking through of how are you going to use your rig. I would not have thought about this at all until I used the rig, used the sewer system. But do your research, watch YouTube videos, look at these rigs really carefully, not from just the bed position, but pretty big things like this. Because if you're using this, in my experience, the hose that comes with it, you can't use it because you're going to need a collar to keep the hose into the ground, which means you have to store the collar inside if you want to use the side thing. So it's things like that that you really need to stop and think carefully through. Knowing what I know now, I would probably not buy this rig just because of that. Because I want to use the sewer hose there. I want to hold it for a few minutes, pull the levers, pull them in, and be gone. That would be a deal killer for me. Weird as that sounds. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was the 2020 sequence, 2 floor plans, the L and the K, direct competitor to Travato's 59G, and certainly the K floor plans made by Winnebago. This is the 2020 Florida RV Super Show in Tampa. This is day 1, and there's a ton more coming. Boy, if you got anything out of this, I'd sure appreciate a thumb up. And subscribe if you haven't done that already. And at least some comments. What are your thoughts on these new rigs that are direct competitors to the Trovato? You know I'm a huge fanboy of my Winnebago Travato 59 GL, L for lithium. by Volta. But really want to get your thoughts on these things. Does Winnebago need to up their game? Is this just kind of a MeToo and nothing really innovative here? Give me your thoughts. Stay tuned. There's a ton more coming. SuperShow week just getting underway. Until we see you soon, I wish you to grab your RV freedom. See ya.